trying to go into a relationship, he gonna look at all of these factors first because he's thinking. And that's why some sisters feel like, well, some of these brothers think they too good. It's not that. It's not that brothers think they too good. Some of us just actually sit back and think before we make a decision and get ourselves caught up into it. And I think that's a good thing. But like I said, Brandon, it can cause so many complexes, man.
Oh, it definitely.
That's what we see.
It can cause a lot of issues. But what I had a conversation with my dad today about something similar to this, and what I told him is that what we have to realize sometimes as men also, especially when we get into situations where single mom, stuff like that. That woman was a mother before she was a girlfriend, before she was a wife. So 9 out of 10 times, because of that nurturing and that mothering instinct, what's going to be more important to her? Number one, being a mother.
Right.
Then being that spouse or being that whatever, sometimes that becomes second place because I've been mama longer than I've been your wife. Right. And so you end up with that particular class. But as you say, what consciousness comes in and what patience and love comes in, where some men understand that and they teach in love and they teach in correction and saying, OK, I understand you've been a mother. I understand this is the way this is, but this ain't working. You understand what I'm saying, though? Because there wasn't a way to balance that. And that's what I'm saying. There has to be a way to say that, I guess, in love. I guess in a way they understand that, because you and I know, we all know, dealing with women and stuff like that, sometimes they can be emotional when it comes to their kids, right? They're very protective. Right. So you may be saying something 100% correct, but all they heard, you talking about my child. you talking about my child.
I want to say this, man, that you mentioned that.
Yes, sir.
And look what you said. And that's, we keep talking about language, and you're right, brother. Right. But we say, look at my child. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we supposed to be a family unit, but you say, look at my child. So right there is when you draw the distinction. So there's my child, when it's really supposed to be our child. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be our family. And I'm glad you said it like that, because that's a problem, bro.
Yes.
That's a problem. A lot of these women, they want to be in a relationship with, they say they want a real man, quote unquote. So I always ask, what do you consider a real man? And are you a real woman? See, because real is going to vary. So you want all this, you want some of it, but some of it you don't want. You don't want me to even say. Some of them don't even want you to say nothing to their son.
You better not.
You're being too hard on them. That's wrong. You know what I mean? So that's why you create all these different situations. But no, we understand, man. Especially I've been a stepfather before, bro. Stepfather now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now along with my biological child. So this ain't nothing new to me. And them boys love me. My ex-wife had 4 boys, and I love them boys. I they still love me today. Right. But I remember how it was. Some stuff, how she kind of pulled back because, like I say, she's been single for so long, and that's what tends to happen, bro. Sometimes they fight you tooth and nail for stuff.
Right.
When you try to say stuff, and that can cause and then the children looking at it, and they smart, and they like, mama on my side. So then they throw their weight around. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's deep.
Oh, it's very deep.
Right. It is
a situation, bro.
It's very deep.
Man.
It's
and
very deep.
Also look at the ratio of some of the women out here, man, that's on government assistance. Like, that's a problem, because a man feel like a man when he can walk on his own floors. But in the midst of that reality, while you trying to engage and be that man that you're supposed to be, in the back of your mind and in the back of her mind, subconscious, she know at any second she wants you to hit that note,
you got to go.
You know what I mean? That's huge in society, because when we look at it and see what it is, it's like, we're gonna destroy the boys and we're gonna let these women folk live, and that's been going on for years, and that's what's happening, and it makes things dysfunctional. It makes things dysfunctional. Without the father in that house, how can you have a family structure? Ain't no family structure. You ain't got no family there, no father there.
It's hard to do that.
Being single now is being promoted for women. They get a lot of praise for being single women, and that's not the bad for single women. Well, it ain't the bad for sisters. No. What I'm saying is that you have shows that promote single women like, hey, I'm a single mom, and
right,
you're making $100,000. Right, you're making $100,000 a year, but you probably got a boyfriend coming over, for sexual purposes every weekend. So look what you're doing here. You don't want him to be a man. You're gonna turn around and use him because every now and then,
right.
Every now and then you want this right here and you want this right here.
Say,
so
Vincent, she got her needs too, man.
You know what I mean? So there's stuff going on out there, man.
She got her needs too, Vincent. Let that woman have her needs.
A real lot of stuff going on.
let her brother slide through there and change that oil every now and then.
Man. The issues we be talking about, and it's like, we experience them, we know people that going through it, and it's like you turn around and it's like, man, everybody's going through something.
Yes.
Yeah. And like you said, man, Vincent, he touched on some things too. Like, it just made me think about this would be a major problem with, and I always lean towards it because it's something I know I experienced. Mm-hmm. When these brothers come home from prison, that's why it's designed like that. Most times you gotta live with a woman, and it's not, like I said, it's not bashing women. You know what I mean? Cause I know how some sisters is. It's some good sisters that mean well, but you come out, you either living with a girlfriend, a mama, or a wife. Rarely a man. So now you on parole and on paper. So y'all get into an argument, whatever. Hey, hit the door, like Vincent said. But if you leave and you're on parole, then you're gonna get in trouble because you're supposed to get a change address. Well, where do I go? Then she just put me out last night. So and then see these women, a lot of these sisters, they have confused them and lied to them and made them think they don't need us. When in reality we need each other. Right. So now you got an independent type of thinking. So man, with that right there, you become arrogant and like, I don't need no man for nothing.
Okay.
Right. That's wrong.
We
need them and they need us. You know what I mean?
You feel me? I feel you, bro. Check this out though.
Right.
What do most people say when they go into somebody's house? We gonna go to my house. Who do they say? My mama and them house. Most of the time, we keep right. They don't. Daddy don't never get no credit. Am I right?
You never say my daddy no. That's right.
You never hear that.
Never say my daddy no. My mom.
The only time they say I'm gonna go to my daddy and them if their daddy is separated from their mama.
Right.
but if they're in that household together, I'm gonna go to my mama house. Even though a man is there, even though daddy is there, either daddy or stepdad or even boyfriend, I'm going to my mama house.
Hey, Shelton.
Yes, sir.
You just hit on it, man. Just like even these entertainers and all that, it's a question, man. Somebody really posed. Why do you feel, now, it's nothing wrong with taking care of and showing your mama love, but some of that is because your mama conditioned you to say that, believe that. I took care of you and your daddy was now you feel like why do you feel like you got to take care of your mama, and why does she feel like it's necessary that you take care of her? No, you did what you're supposed to do as a mother. And only black people do that, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't ever see white people talk like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
think about what I'm saying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
Like, you're right. I agree because we understand it's that conditioning. That's that conditioning. And you're right, man. You're absolutely right, bro.
Well, conditioning.
Venus and Serena, when have they said, I'm going to take care of my daddy? That's my point, bro, because they don't want us to think like that. They want the black woman to think like she's this superhero or shero, and then they cut the man out the picture, bro. Man, it's crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
Sisters don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, that's why these kind of conversations are important. That's why, this kind of dialogue is great to where, because again, think about the radio, Shelton J, Brandon Whiting, Vincent Booker. We ain't pulling no punches, and we're not trying to make any enemies, and we're not trying to make any friends. We're just trying to speak the truth and speak truth to power, and then just have these real conversations, and then we can get some real results, right? And then we can kind of figure out, because again, look at that person in the mirror and take that real good look at that reflection and say, what can I do better in the situation? Because we all can do better. We all have room to grow. And that's why, again, these conversations, these roundtable discussions are important to where someone can listen and say, you know what, that is my situation. I do need to look at it from that particular way. You know, not just from a woman point of view or a man point of view. Look at it from a, you know what, that does make sense. Because how do you think somebody feel? Because as men, right, we're typically quiet about our feelings and stuff like that, right? But how do you think you feel when you just busting your butt, just doing everything you got to do, and you barely get any love, any respect, or any kind of recognition? You're a man, you just supposed to do that.
Yeah, like Chris Rock said, what happened to us? We didn't get the big piece of chicken. That's what Chris Rock said, right? To my Father's Day. You know, and then think about it, bro. Mm-hmm. Again, we the only ones do this. They want Mother's Day and Father's Day. Mm-hmm. Listen to this. You got sisters say, I'm your mama and your daddy.
No, you're
not.
That's
the wrong thing. Go back to Vincent, what he said. You tell this boy he's the man of the house, I'm your mama and your daddy, and then you get a boyfriend where you just confuse him. I thought I was the man of the house. That's why a lot of young males, they get territorial. They be like, what's this nigga doing here?
In my house.
I'm just saying. This the real attitude
in my house.
With.
How you doing?
Right.
you don't even pay a water bill.
Me, mama, I was the man here.
Talking about water.
And look, to be honest, Chad, I'm going to say this, Vince, because I know you're going to jump in, but to be honest, a lot of dudes who hustle, who we used to, I ain't saying, it's kind of different now, mm-hmm. But a lot of dudes used to hustle in the project, they hustle to take care of their mama.
Exactly.
Real talk. Right. They hustle to take care of their mama, bro. Mm-hmm. Take care of their mama for working hard.
She don't have to work no more.
Real talk.
I want to say what Brandon just said, man, everything we talk about, bro, it's like it's really on point because it creates so much division in the communities like that, because you also have that factor to where with being step parents, you know what I'm saying? For those that step parents, you know, it's having that understanding of, you know, when you like what Brandon said, when you take up on that man, you have to let him be that man, not the things that you want him to be, but the things that he has the potential to be, because we'll fall into conflicts to where you can't talk to the other baby daddy, you know, to where because she want to control everything. You see what I'm saying? But that creates a tension between them two brothers, because they ain't never getting a chance to talk down with each other. Mm-hmm. You know, one of them got to feel like this fool over there with my baby mama, and he got over the up, and I can't talk. You see why it's so hard for us to all find a common ground, because all aspects of our life, there's always competition. There's always confusion. Right. There's never no platform to just really sit down and just, you know, that's what these shows about doing, man. And like we're hoping that, you know, we just spark some attention, like you think about the radio.
Yes,
sir. It's real.
Yes,
sir.
It's real. You know what? Maybe the reason they call them, maybe the reason they call them step parents is because they get stepped on all the doggone time.
Well, you know, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing too. But I'm gonna let you come in, brother. Listen, it is very funny though. Where you have more, especially in the black community, you have more black men that are stepfathers, right?
Than real fathers.
Actually dealt with their own children. That's the ironic part.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Most of us are the step parents. Well, why is it so hard? It's easy to take the stepdaddy role, but what was the difficulty of being there with the woman, with your child? Like, you know, and that's an issue because we see a lot of that, especially in black communities. You know what I mean? A lot of stepfathers and stepmothers. You know, but what happened to the biologicals? You know how did this happen? It creates division throughout the whole community, man. That's why you see everything.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what also, too, though?
I got your baby mama riding up the slab. You know, the rappers, they don't make it no better, most of them. You know what I mean? They brag about it.
5 or 6. They brag about it. 5 or 6 baby mamas, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just babies.
Like Vincent said, bro, that, you know, I have a biological daughter, you know, and me and her mom was married, and, you know, we it's some things we didn't work, but see, even with the split, we still cool. We work together for the, and then not only that is my new lady, and they get along, but they rarely happens, like Vincent said. Now,
rarely.
Now I'm gonna say this. Now going back to stepfather, hey man, I love my old man was a great father in my life. But guess what? My stepfather was a great man, and I love him just as much as I love my old man.
Right.
So
Yeah,
and then you got some good fathers, bro. But some of these women, because they still might be in love with them, sometimes it's the other chick, and they don't want them to see